Oh snap, son. Oh snap. Oh snap, son. Oh snap, son. Oh snap, son. Close to me. Do you see this? George, the collective Q. For immediate release. Office of Press Secretary, April 30, 2020. Executive order ordering the selected reserve of the armed forces to active duty. Huh. Why? Why would he be doing that all of a sudden? April 30th, executive order to active duty. Now, I know we keep hearing FEMA's in charge. They're not in charge. They are in charge. The seal's missing. The flag's missing. The seal's back. The flag's back. FEMA's not in charge. They're back in charge. Well, I don't think FEMA wrote an executive order. I see Donald J. Trump's name, the White House, creating the executive order. If FEMA was in charge, Donald Trump would not be creating an executive order. I thought I pretty much squashed that on when I showed you like Obama. He's talking. The next day it's back on. It's not there. I'm not into that. I'm not buying the whole FEMA thing. Now, again, give me the right data and information. I'll change my mind. I'm not biased. I'm not married to something when I believe in it. I'm not. But someone just called in those reserves. Why would you be calling them in if Corona's, again, we're on the downtrend? The big lump, the big Humpty Dump is gone. We're about to open up the country again. May 1st, most of the states are saying, yeah, you know, Friday, yeah, we're going to open up. Most of the states. But there'll be some Democrat governors who are really testing Trump's patience. No, we're locking down longer. We're doing more draconian things. Flynn is being exonerated, basically. The new data's out. There's the hidden documents. We finally got them. And now, just days later, now President Trump releases this executive order, signs this executive order, calling in for the selected reserve of the armed forces to active duty. I mean, well, maybe there's a war coming. Huh. Could be a war, huh? Well, I got my ear to the ground. I'm pretty sure you guys do too. Is there some kind of conflict I'm not aware of? Damn North Korean guy. He's dead. And I know a guy who says on Twitter, and Theo Shines, and he posted it. And was it the 16th or 15th? He said, state funeral for Mr. Kim Jong-un. You know, North Korea's leader, who, as also Theo Shine said, would not see his 40th birthday. That's a big 10-4. It'll be public knowledge somewhere around May 15 or 16, allegedly. That's the scheduled funeral date. I think that's what again, I forgot if he said 16th or 15th. That's where the discrepancy is. I'm not gonna go search for it. Not a big deal. But that's when he said, rumor has it that that's when the funeral is gonna be announced. Or not necessarily announced, but I think the funeral date. So we should hear he's dead sooner than that, and then, oh, the date of the funeral is this date. So doesn't look like we're going to war over there. You know, he's gone. Middle East stuff, nothing really happening over there that's worth, you know, anything. Nope. What else? Don't know. Why would you be calling in the reserves right now? Unless a whole bunch of certain people are about to get arrested. Whole bunch of indictments are about to be released. Whole bunch of deep state people are about to be taken down, and it might not even necessarily be that these Marines or these military people are coming in to do the job. No. We may have our local law enforcement, FBI, take care of it. But the liberal leftist crazies may flip out, tell all their brainwashed servants, public sheep, go protest and get violent if you have to, and do this and do that. And they may need to squash. May need to squash it in a hurry. And to give you an example, QMAP, phrase I'm going to search for, riots. in quotes, because there was something in there, one of the earlier ones. Uh, 11.3, that's probably what I should search for even better, because it was in that one, I believe, about Podesta. Now this is interesting. I'll tell you why. October 31st, 2017. More good people than bad. There are more good people than bad. The wizards and warlocks, inside term, will not allow another satanic evil POS control of our country. Realize Soros, Clinton's, Obama, Putin, etc. are all controlled by three families. The fourth was removed post-Trump victory. Now, that's interesting because I think another claim our friend Entheo Shines had said, one of those little check boxes that he's already checking off. Oh, I said this 3 years ago. I said that 2 years ago. I said that 4 years ago. Gold-backed currency is coming. But also, Putin's death. Whoa. Where'd that slip in there? Putin? And here is a post with Putin's name on it. And if he's like the Soroses, the Clintons, the Obamas, and Putin, he's saying, well, that might be making a little more sense now. But he says 11.3, Podesta indicted. 11.6, Huma indicted. Manafort was placed into Trump's camp, as well as others. The corruption that will come out is so serious that deals must be cut for people to walk away. Otherwise, 70% of elected politicians would be in jail. You are seeing it already begin. A deep cleaning is occurring, and the prevention and defense of pure evil is occurring on a daily basis. They never thought they were going to lose control of the presidency, not just the Democrats, and thought they had control since making past mistakes, such as JFK and Reagan. Good speed, patriots. P.S. Soros is targeted. Now, somebody I know, woo-woo related, who said to me, for now, just keep this between you and I. The conversation very recently went like this. Joe, Spirit is non-stop relentless on me today. Something about Soros, big news about Soros is coming. I don't know what. Just big news Soros is coming. For now, just keep that between us. We don't need to make a prediction. Okay. Now, I'll say, if and when this happens, I'll go ahead and tell you who it was at this point, because they deserve some notoriety, but they were the ones that said, just keep this quiet for now. Okay. So, also right around that time, November 1st, think about it logically, the only way is the military. Fully controlled, save and spread once 11.3 verifies as first marker. Biggest advanced drop on the boards, the Q boards. So, whatever 11.3 is, see, you and I keep thinking, oh, maybe it's it's November 3rd or March 11th, right? 11.3. 11.3 might mean something completely different. And we'll find out. Because, again, 11.3 Podesta indicted, 11.6 Huma indicted. Are these statutes or some type of statute we're not aware of? Or subsection, 11.3 of the such and such treasonous code, and 11.6 of the such and such, trying to take over the government code. I don't know. Again, I would have thought there were dates, and that's what I've been thinking this whole time, but we never know. So, follow up to last post, return to comments regarding Pelosi and John M., which is McCain. Some of us refuse to say his last name for a reason. I wonder why that is. Seriously, like, the McCain, what does that mean? Is there something we don't know yet about that last name? This all has meaning. Everything stated. Big picture stuff. Few positions allow for this direct knowledge. Proof to begin 11.3. We are sincerely appreciative of the work you do. Keep up the good fight. The flow of information is vital. And then there was that message that basically the president or somebody would be saying, it sounded like the president, Q clearance patriot. My fellow Americans, over the course of the next several days, you will undoubtedly realize that we are taking back our great country, the land of the free, from the evil tyrants that wish to do us harm and destroy the last remaining refuge of shining light. On POTUS's order, we have initiated certain fail-safes that shall safeguard the public from the primary fallout, which is slated to occur 11.3. Again, that's why I keep thinking it's a date, but what if it means something else? Upon the arrest announcement of Podesta, Mr. Podesta, actionable 11.4. Confirmation to the public of what is occurring will then be revealed and will not be openly accepted. Public riots are being organized. See, this is the right part I was looking for. Are being organized in serious numbers in an effort to prevent the arrest and capture of more senior public officials. On President's order, a state of temporary military control will be actioned and special ops carried out. False leaks have been made to retain several within the confines of the United States to prevent extradition and special operator necessity. So what does that mean? Extradition meaning if they got wind that they're really going to be in trouble, they would leave the country. And special operator necessity between you and me means you think you're going to be stuck over there, we're going to try to extract you, extradition, and that corrupt government's going to say, no, we're going to let them stay here. They're political prisoners, so we're going to let them stay. And then we have to send in special operators to say, nah, we're coming to get them whether you like it or not. Yeah, that whole UN peace treaty thing, yeah, that's null and void now. That's what I believe they're saying. False leaks have been made to retain several of these deep staters within the confines of the U.S. to prevent extradition and special operator necessity. Rest assured, the safety and well-being of every man, woman, and child of this country is being exhausted in full. However, the atmosphere within the country will unfortunately be divided as so many have fallen for the corrupt and evil narrative that has long been broadcast. We will be initiating the emergency broadcast system during this time in an effort to provide a direct message, avoiding the fake news, to all citizens. Organizations and or people that wish to do us harm during this time will be met with swift fury. Certain laws that have been pre-lifted, certain laws have been pre-lifted to provide our great military the necessary authority to handle and conduct these operations at home and abroad. Jesus H. You know who. He just activated the reserves. Are we days away from what we've all been waiting for? That's what I want to know. And again, this 11.3 thing, I don't get it. Maybe it'll make sense at some point, but we also have not heard about an announcement of Podesta. Any of them. But he just activated, the president just activated it. Why is he activating it right now? Corona's going down. We're about to open the country back up. You don't need them for that anyways, right? What do you need the military for that? You brought in the 2 ships. We don't really need them. Let's send them out. We had 170 cases. I don't need them. Hospital tents everywhere. Tents. I don't need those either. Empty hospitals. So what do we need the National Guard or anyone else? Military. Oh, I don't know. Maybe reread what I just read you. On President's order, a state of temporary military control. And by the way, where it said, well, first of all, let's go back to that. On President's order, a state of temporary military control will be actioned and special ops carried out. False leaks have been made to retain several within the confines of the U.S. to prevent extradition and special operator necessity. Rest assured, the safety and well-being of every man, woman, and child of this country is being exhausted in full. However, the atmosphere within the country will unfortunately be divided, as so many have fallen for the corrupt and evil narrative that has long been broadcast. We will be initiating the emergency broadcast system during this time in an effort to provide a direct message, avoiding the fake news, to all citizens, organizations, and or people that wish to do us harm during this time will be met with swift fury. Certain laws have been pre-lifted to provide our great military the necessary authority to handle and conduct these operations at home and abroad. Certain laws have been pre-lifted. Well, have certain laws been pre-lifted under the name and guise of Corona? All 50 states signed on to the Declaration of Emergency. President Trump has said this first time it's ever happened. All 50 states, I'm going to declare the emergency too. And he's even said, I have extra power right now. And he said it again recently. Those of you states that don't want to open up, I don't want to have to force your hand. But I will. But I really don't want to do it. You guys have the power. You keep the power. Do the right thing. But if you don't do the right thing, I may have to flex the old muscle. Because he has the authority right now that he normally doesn't have. And that same authority, I just read it to you. They're going to use it for these military operations. I better make sure that drone is fully charged, ready to go. When these lunatic leftists go out there and try to protest, and the military stomps their asses, stomps a mud hole in their rear ends and walks it dry. I need to capture that on drone footage. Take care.